Over 30 years since this beast introduced me to the wonderful world of gaming. It's time to dust off my trusty old Atari ST because from today, I'm playing with power. Welcome to a video 33 years in the making. From my childhood introduction to gaming through the wonderful Atari ST to my final acquisition of one of the all-time best game pack-ins ever this Christmas, the Power Pack. My knowledge of computers starts a little earlier with the magical BBC Micro at primary school and my introduction to consoles through watching my brother play his awesome NES and Super Mario Brothers. But my own journey into retro gaming became personal when one Christmas I received my own first computer, the Atari ST, or rather its souped up brother, the 1040 STE. Primarily bought more as a last-ditch attempt at educational support for my rather terrible school progress, to me and many other kids the ST was all about the gaming. For the first time, I owned the portal to a new and exciting world of possibilities. That wasn't to say that I didn't learn anything on it though. It's bizarre to think of a time without the PC basic skills we all take for granted nowadays. But the Atari ST was the first time I discovered how to use a mouse, a keyboard, a Windows-based operating system, which was rather unfortunately deemed TOS, and henceforth by association us ST nuts as tossers by our mean Amiga adversaries ever since. By backdoor means my parents had won in their desire to teach me something with this present, and I would go on to teach ICT to adults with learning difficulties as a direct result of these bright green beginnings. Back in the day, games were few and far between, so you relished every one you had and you played them for hours, regardless of how terrible you were at them or how hair-pullingly difficult they might be. For me, this included favourites such as Xenon 2, Speedball 2, RoboCod and Strider. And that was it. The Atari faded away, gathering dust in a loft for years, whilst other consoles and personal computers caught my eye. But hiding in the shadows remains the elusive holy grail of game collections, the Atari Power Pack. Loaded full of 20 classic games, the pack was packed in with the original 520 FM model and was but a dream for this aging Atari retro relic. Until, however, this Christmas morning when all my dreams came true. It was time to dust off my faithful 1040 STE and delve into the gaming experience to beat all gaming experiences, the Atari ST Power Pack. So I hope you can join me today as I take a journey back down memory lane and give the oldest gaming friend a new chance to shine. Let's get into 20 games of the incredible Atari Power Pack. Okay, let's do this. See, I remember at the time there not being any loading time compared to the ZX Spectrum and things like that, but there still was a bit of a loading time for the Atari ST. I think I've just forgotten it in my old age. As it says here, loading graphics please wait, we're nearly there. On to Disc A and Afterburner. I know this one more from the Mega Drive, I have to say. And the controls are very confusing. That's a good start. And as is painfully evident at this point, I haven't a clue what I'm doing. Trying to get behind these guys. They hadn't quite perfected 3D gaming at this point. But it's still pretty impressive. Seem to have run out of bullets. Now what do? Oh no, I've still got bullets. I think it's missiles I haven't got. And that's me dead. Definitely one I need to play a lot more of to get the hang of it. And on disc B we have R-Type. Another classic arcade game that I often think of on the Sega Master System in particular. And here we go. Slightly better graphics I'd say than the Master System, but still incredibly difficult to play, no doubt. I was always absolutely terrible at this game on any console. There I go. But absolutely classic side scroller, this one. Disc C, and we are on to Gauntlet II. Classic arcade game. And the idea with this one, I'm guessing, is to progress onto different rooms. A little bit of a Zelda kind of feel. Or Berserk for the Atari T600. Yeah, this is a bit like Berserk, the way they keep on coming. Right, how do I get through these? I'm guessing I have to wait until the lasers stop. Or that happens. Yeah, try and stay off those, Tim. I'm actually playing this with an Atari 2600 joystick. I do have a cheater Atari ST joystick, but for some reason this one seems to work better. But again, I wouldn't say it's the most accurate of joysticks. So more fine motor skills like that are not an option. Oh yeah, there's a lot more enemies in this level, that's for sure. It definitely gets incrementally more mad as it goes on, a bit like I was saying, Berserk on the Atari T600. There's the key. Let's grab that. Let's see if we can find that exit. I can get rid of all these guys. Now that wall disappeared before. Uh-oh. How do I get through that? Maybe I have to... Ah! Red Warrior, you are about to die. Maybe I need to get that. Once I've got all of those. Ah, that's me dead. Onto disc D, and a game I've definitely heard of, Super Hang-On. I've definitely played this one on the Mega Drive back in the day. I don't think I've ever played it on the Atari ST though, so I'll be interested to see how this holds up. Loving the 80s music so far. Let's crank that up. Okay, slightly concerned this one doesn't seem to work without a mouse. Graphically it looks great, but I can't play the bloody thing. Note to self, Super Hang-On is only played on the mouse on the Atari ST. I think I'll come back to that one. We're now on to disc E. And another one that I know from the Sega Mega Drive. It is Space Harrier. And again, the joystick does not seem to be working on this one. So this must be a mouse game. Boy, is that dramatic when you die. But yes, I can only fire. I can't move. I do hope the next one is a bit easier. And disc F is the first that has multiple games on it. We have Starglider, Overlander and Super Huey. None of which I've heard of, so I'm looking forward to these. Let's press number 1 and go for Starglider to begin with. Oh yes. Don't know if you can hear that over my microphone. I think I know what decade we're in here. So we are in Elite Wing Commander territory here, and this is another mouse game. I'm definitely going to have to fix up my mouse. And we have mouse control. Okay, that's going to be difficult. It is up for up and down for down, which I'm used to in these sort of games, it having the opposite. Loving the graphics on this though. Sort of early polygon graphics. Kind of reminiscent of Star Trek on the Vectrex. Did that get me or did I get that? It's quite hard to tell. In fact, it's very difficult to tell anything on here. But it looks and sounds good. And I'm dead. Enjoyed that one. Next up is Overlander. Ah, we're into racing territory. And rather like Elite, we've got lots of different things we can buy here. How much money have I got? Not a lot, so I'm just going to go for a flame bomb. And a rocket, I think. Bit of a Lotus Turbo Esprit. And I'm out of fuel. Well, that was quick. Maybe I need to buy more fuel. Okay, I have loaded some fuel. And third up on this we have Super Huey, which I hope is a lot more pleasant than it sounds. Enter F7 key to begin. Flight score. This is not what I was expecting. And none of the keys seem to be working. Nope, not a clue. Any ideas? Let me know in the comments below. No idea on that one. And we're on to our next multi-disc here. We have Eliminator, which I've not heard of, but I have heard of Nebulous and Pac-Mania, sorry. So Eliminator, let's try that one first. Loving these loading screens. Oh, okay. Liking this. If I can survive. It's got that kind of isometric thing going on like Space Harrier. Wonder if this is another mouse one. Don't seem to be going up or down. No, it's joystick. Loving the perspective of this one, even if I'm terrible at it. Let's try that again. Nice. Reminds me a little bit of Buggy Boy as well, with the way you can leap over stuff like that. Next up we have Nebulous, absolute classic that my father-in-law particularly loves on the C64. He used to play this one a lot. Really, really notoriously difficult, and great use of mock 3D graphics on this one, I seem to remember as well. You going around a tower, trying to... I don't think I've ever got past the first level, I have to say, and I doubt today is going to be any different. Here we go. Yep, this is how I remember it. You can go through these doors to come round here. Ah! Get away from him. Ah, how did he manage to get me around the other side? Okay, I'm dead already. Seem to remember one of these. Yeah, that one. Makes you fall into the water. I'm sure I missed that then. See what I mean? This is just ridiculously difficult. Maybe he has to have his eye open for it to... No. How do I kill this guy? Can I kill him? And finally on this disc we have Pac-Mania. I do remember this one. It's like a 3D Pac-Man. Oh yeah, I definitely remember this one. Yeah, I definitely used to have this one on my old Atari ST. I can remember this one very vividly. And the music, of course. Where are those ghosts hiding? There's one. Come here, you. That's quite useful how the music changes when they're ghosts, when they're blue ghosts. So you can tell when they're back to being able to kill you again. Ah! Disc H, and we have Predator. I think this is the first movie tie-in that we've had in the pack. I might be wrong. Usually movie tie-in games aren't great, with some notable exceptions. I know the Batman one was pretty cool for the Atari ST. Liking this one already. Loving that helicopter sound. How many of them were there? I can't seem to remember. I need to rewatch the film. Here comes Arnie. Okay. Oh, I'm guessing I have to duck that. Psychotic Crows. It's more like a Hitchcock film. Unless they're killer bats and we're in Castlevania. Who are these guys? I remember these in the film as well. Oh, come on. Oh. Bravely ran away, away, bravely ran away. If I touch this body, is it going to bring up the predator again? Yeah. What happens if he gets me? Let's see. Not a lot, that's alright. Oh, there's his sight. Is he gonna? Yeah. Brilliant. Actually, this is good, actually. I like this. I don't know how I'm supposed to get him back, though. And that's game over. Arnie looking very disappointed in me there, quite rightly too. Disc I and all three of these I know, really good games. Bamboozle, it's a puzzle game. Bomb Jack is a port over from Sega, I think, and Xenon. I was always a huge fan of Xenon 2, but I have played the first Xenon by Bitmap Brothers. Fantastic. They always do great games. I'm going to start off with Bamboozle. Seem to remember this being particularly difficult. And we have an option here between 2D and 3D. I think I've only played it in 3D on the SNES, so this might be very different. We'll see.
Player 1, get ready.
Oh yes, very similar. And that's it. You've got to set these bombs off in the right order, I seem to remember, which I haven't done. Yeah, that's me dead. Of course, it helps if you get off the tile before it explodes.
Get ready.
And as my camera is rapidly running out of juice, I am racing through these a little bit, so apologies for that, but I assure you I will be going back to play all of these games in much greater depth now that I've tried them all out. Okay, fire is jump. That's worth knowing. Reminds me a little bit, this one, of Pang, the one where you have to pop all the balloons. Ah. It's that game over with one bomb left to go as well. Apologies at this point, my Steadicam decided to die a death, so we are now just propped up on the tripod, so apologies for the angle change. I hope you can still see that okay. We're on to Xenon, one of my favourite games as a kid, second only to Xenon 2, which I really loved. I don't know if you heard that then, but the one of the Bitmap Brothers comes up on the screen there and says Sector 1, which was very exciting at the time to get that kind of speech on a game. Yeah, I can still remember just about how to play this one. Oh, isn't that funny? After probably about at least 25 years, I remembered to press the space bar to change me into an airplane then, or a spaceship. I can't remember my own bank details, but I can remember that. For some reason I thought that Z would kill everyone off. That must be a different game. That's Xenon 2 maybe. I think I've got to be a tank to get these. So change back again. I'd like to say I've not lost it, but I certainly have. Absolute classic beat 'em up. Next we have Double Dragon. Strangely, after the great music at the title screen, we appear to have no music on this bit. Turn around. These guys are a lot tougher than I remember them being. Not only did I die, but I ended vomiting at the same time. That was good. Come on, stay down, will you? This is a lot of fun, but Streets of Rage it ain't. Kind of getting the hang of this now. Is it going to have a go at... Oh no, it's got like a hitchhiker thumb to tell you to go on. We're up to our penultimate disc and we have 2 games on this one, Black Lamp and Outrun. I've played Outrun many times. Don't think I've ever played Black Lamp. Let's check that one out first. Okay, we have a bit of a platformer. Slash run and gun. Reminds me a little bit of, there was one called Elf on the Atari back in the day that I used to play. Oh, I'm guessing I have to go up there. Right, okay, how'd you climb? What am I, some kind of court jester, do you think? What? I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be here. Or how I'm supposed to get up the stairs, but let's kill some of these. Am I pointing in the right direction? Ah, what happened there? There we go. Okay. Oh, a bit of Castlevania there with the bats and the crucifixes. It's quite enjoyable, this one. I don't know how long I've got before I die though, because I seem to have been hit quite a lot. Turn that way, that's it. I think we're on to the turrets now. I was going to say that diamond looks like something I should pick up. So you've got to kind of turn towards the screen before you can go up the ladder. That's a bit difficult to get your head around. I think I need that. See, they look like they should help me, those fairies. That's probably giving me a little bit more energy. No idea where I'm supposed to be going. Moonwalking it up the stairs there. And a classic everyone will know, no doubt, this is Outrun. And here we go, after what seems like an absolute age of loading, we are into Outrun and I am on joystick. Racing through the palm trees. I seem to remember that being a lot more fun. Maybe it's one of those that improves the more you try it. And on the final disc we have press 1 for Star Ray, press 2 for Star Goose. Okay, we're into a bit of a Defender clone, this one. Especially as you can go both ways like this. I wonder if I need to pick anyone up on the ground. And last, and it would seem definitely least, we have Star Goose, which is the only game in the entire collection that doesn't seem to want to load. So to be fair, 19 games out of 20 loading after what must be nearly 35 years is not bad going at all. So that is the collection of the Atari Power Pack. Back to me. So huge thanks for joining me for that look through 20 games, or 19 that worked, of the Atari ST Power Pack. I really enjoyed that. Fantastic Christmas presents. I'll have to say a huge thank you to my wife Lucy for getting it for me. It's been a bit of a dream come true, finally getting the Power Pack after all these years of owning my Atari ST. Hope you've enjoyed a quick look through the games. I'll definitely be playing them in more depth as I go along, but I just wanted to give you a quick snapshot of the 20 games in there. So hope you enjoyed that. If this is your sort of thing, then don't forget you can like and subscribe below for more retro goodness. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, take care, be kind to yourself, and see you again soon.